Okay, we need to simplify this completely. Now, one of the first things I see when I look at this is that we have a square root in the denominator. To be simplified completely, you can't have a square root in the denominator. So we're going to have to get rid of that. Also, I'm looking at that 112 and I don't know for sure, but I'm guessing it will probably simplify smaller. So I think I'm going to start over on the side with 112. We're going to see if we can simplify that. So let's go ahead and factor. I know 2 will go into it because it's even, and then looks like it'll be 56. 56 goes to 7 and 8. 8 goes to 2 times 2, oops, 2 times 4, jumped the gun there a little bit, and 2 times 2. So if we were going to write that completely out, we'd have 2 times 2, so 2, there's another 2, I guess I'll circle them. Got a 7, and then 2 more 2's. So 4 2's and a 7. So we can use our rule 2 for 1. So if we have 2 2's, we can take 1 2 out. 2 more 2's, we get to take 1 more 2 out. And on the inside, a 7 didn't pair up with anything, and so we're left with that. So we end up with 4 square root of 7 over the square root of 7. Well, that works out really nice because what are we going to be able to do? Well, those 2 will just cancel, and so our answer will just be 4. Let's say though we had a problem where and so that's the final answer on this. Let's say we had one like 1 over square root of 3 where it doesn't just cancel. What do we do here? Well, what we can do is we can multiply the denominator and the numerator by the square root of 3. And so we can say, and the reason we can do that is because you can multiply any number by 1 and it doesn't change the value. So if I have square root of 3 over square root of 3, well, that just equals 1. Any number over itself equals 1. So I can multiply that without changing the value of this fraction. So 1 times square root of 3, I get square root of 3. Square root of 3 times square root of 3, well, I multiply the numbers on the inside, I'd get square root of 9. And square root of 9 is just going to equal 3. Square root of 3 still on top. This is something that would be helpful to remember, that a square root of a number times the square root of that same number is just going to equal the number not under a square root. Okay, so there's actually 2 problems for you, and hopefully that helps.